In today's video, we're talking about the Wellton Justice Court. The Wellton Justice Court is a misdemeanor court. It's in Yuma County in Arizona. We see a lot of people charged with crimes out of this court, so today we're going to tell you a little bit more about it. We'll tell you about the jurisdiction of the court. We'll tell you about the prosecutors who are in charge of prosecuting crimes out of this court. And finally, we'll tell you a little bit more about the judge himself. So let's dive into it. When we're talking about the court's jurisdiction, we're talking about the geographic area, the land over which the court has authority. What area of land does the court have the authority to hear cases over? It's important that you understand this because if you were cited with a crime and it happened outside of that court's geographic boundaries, the court doesn't have any authority to hear the case and your case has to be dismissed. It's a jurisdictional problem. So when we're talking about Wellton, the court's jurisdiction, the boundaries look like this. So you can see there it's highlighted in blue under the number 3. That is the boundaries of the Wellton Justice Court. The boundaries are specifically highlighted in yellow, and the major freeway that runs through there is highlighted in purple. That is the Highway 8. It's the Interstate 8, and that connects Phoenix over to California. You can also, it kind of runs through this part of Yuma County, but also into Maricopa County. You can take it over to the I-10, but a lot of people are taking this when they're coming from Phoenix over to San Diego or to different parts of Mexico over there. Really anything that's connecting kind of Southern California to Phoenix into the valley, people are passing through there. The I-8 is a major freeway. A lot of people, a lot of volume of people, of traffic and cars and different vehicles are traveling through this area. And because this is a justice court, it is patrolled, it's governed by Arizona DPS, the Department of Public Safety, and the Yuma County Sheriff's Officers. Those are going to be the two agencies that are patrolling this area. And because there's not a whole lot else out there, a lot of this is occurring, a lot of the patrol is occurring on that freeway, the I-8. And so as a result of that, we see predominantly traffic-related crimes. We see a lot of criminal speeding, we see a lot of reckless driving, and we see a lot of DUI charges and CDL violations. So we see a lot of people passing through there. They get going a little bit fast because there's really not a whole lot else out there. And if you get going over a certain speed in Arizona, you can be charged with a crime, criminal speeding, reckless driving. We also see a lot of commercial violations, so commercial driver's license violations. That's what CDL stands for. But also a lot of DUIs and other traffic-related offenses, civil speeds, and crimes like driving on a suspended license. So if you're cited with one of those offenses, what happens next? It goes over to the Yuma County Attorney's Office. The Yuma County Attorney's Office, because Yuma County is a little bit bigger, it's a bigger prosecuting agency, and what they do is they set policies that need to be followed all throughout all of the different courts in Yuma County. So what ends up happening is the Yuma County Attorney's Office, the senior positions out of their office, they set policies. So for example, if you're charged with the DUI, this is what the DUI plea deal will be. If you're charged with criminal speeding, this is what the criminal speeding plea deal will be. And generally speaking, they're pretty strict policies, meaning they're not going to have a lot of leeway in terms of dismissing cases or reducing them down or making them go away. So that's why it's important that you bring a criminal defense attorney on board. What we do is we identify problems with their case, identify areas where the burden of proof is not being met by the prosecuting office, and then we get them to deviate down or give us a better deal based upon what we're able to negotiate out with them. But the reason why this is important is so that sometimes people will call our office and they'll think, well, because this is my first offense, I'll be able to go into court and just have a nice conversation with the prosecutor and get this all taken care of. Generally doesn't work that way, especially when you're dealing with a county attorney where they have big policies that are set in place and trickle down through all the different county courts. They have to operate on a bigger policy basis because it's more of a bigger kind of bureaucracy that you're dealing with. We also need to talk about the judge, Judge Russ Jones. So Judge Jones is somebody who is not an attorney in Arizona, not a licensed lawyer. Doesn't mean he's a good judge or a bad judge, just means he didn't go to law school or he didn't pass the bar, take the bar exam, go through a character and fitness background check like we did. All you need to do to become a justice of the peace judge is run for office and get elected, which is what Judge Jones did. Now, he also is somebody who has a long history, a background in law enforcement. He served in East County down in Yuma for 29 and a half years as a patrol officer. Also graduated from the Department of Public Safety. He was elected Justice of the Peace in Wellton in 2010, and then he was appointed magistrate in Wellton, the town of Wellton, in 2011. So he's been around for a very long time in this jurisdiction, has a lot of experience as a police officer. Sometimes that can cause concern, meaning we get concerned that they may be pro-police or pro-government, pro-prosecutor. We really don't have that experience with this particular judge. Nothing stands out in our time in this court that causes us much concern. So you could do worse than being cited into the Wellton Justice Court. So if you or somebody you know or love has been charged with a crime out of Wellton, give our office a call. We offer free case evaluations. We look forward to speaking with you soon, and thanks for watching.